small, or it may do it on its own. I'm not exactly sure. Now, the reason why this one has a date is because somebody put a due date on it, and as you can see, it's 14 days past due. So that is another feature that you can do, is put a due date. And I don't know how you take it out. I guess that's how you take it out. Just delete it. Yeah, I guess if you delete it, that pulls it out. And then somebody set the priority high. I'm gonna put it back to normal. As you can see, there's changes, right? Critical, high, normal, nothing, low, nothing, right? Then if I want to get rid of the assigned user, I think you can just unclick it, right? And that takes off that little user. And then just make sure you always save, okay? And then everybody, if everyone was logged in at this particular time, then everybody would see the same thing, okay? So then as that's done, you see, you can click on comments and see that the one comment was done. So now Mel left the comment done. So now I'm gonna leave a comment done. Post comment, then boom, it shows the date, shows the time. This way, if there's an issue, and instead of having to call either myself or Mel or Harjeet, and you know that a card was done for it, you can just go look and see what the status is. That way you don't have to take the time to reach out and touch someone by way of phone. And then the different colors: deliverable, improvement, issue, project, task. So you can see all the different colors. All right. Probably the thing we're going to use the most is task and issue, if it's an issue or a task. I can't delete these other things, so we just have to live with it. And depending on the nature of something, you may assign it to somebody. So we'll go save. Now, in order to get back, right, and it'll show you the card was updated successfully. And that should go away, this little green bar. Yeah, it should go away. So now to get back, you just highlight this and click on home, left click on home, and that brings you back, okay? Now if we single click, left click on fleet maintenance, okay? I'm gonna grab this and bring this back over here just to show you, okay? So now you can kind of see it says driver 18 switch to car 909. And if I want to see a little bit more, I could double click on it, right? The reason why, right? So that's what you would put in the description, is why he switched from one car to the other. Or if he had a problem, this guy had a problem, driver 94 had a problem with his tablet, right? Please contact driver regarding his tablet, right? And then you go to comment, you can see Mel put, okay, I will look into it. And then I said thank you. All right, and then boom. So now once Mel is done, he'll move it there. Same thing with this. Now I think this little card is here for, what does that mean? That's a tag. I forget why that tag is here, but I guess when I was playing with it, I put it there by accident. Anyway, so that's kind of fleet maintenance. So anything going on with the cars, the tablets, yeah, I guess that's it. Because a car accident, we're not gonna put stuff that serious here, because that's serious. If someone wrecks a cab, obviously somebody needs to be called at that point. So I'm not gonna put that there. And then trip manifest. This is probably gonna be the most used. I know, although you see a lot of stuff here, but that's just me playing with it, right? This is probably gonna be the most used. So now, as Elias or whoever else is double checking the trips, because I know Elias normally works the swing. So anyway, if he comes across an issue, right? He would put maybe the title, wrong address on trip, blah blah blah, right? And then inside he would put Deborah Knight had a 9 o'clock, had incorrect address, right? And this really should be an issue. It's an issue, right? And then if it needed to be assigned to someone, that could happen. But at this point, we just leave it the way it is. I'm gonna save it as an issue. So I think any things like that is gonna be an issue. Now, the other thing we're gonna book are the long trips. We're going to put long trips here so we can see them as they come up. So as you get a trip, and let me define long trip. Long trip meaning outside of Sacramento County. So I would say if it's an account call, yeah, anything outside of Sacramento County for sure, or or even a cash call. If the cash call is pretty far, and we want to be aware of those as well. That way we can assign it to maybe a driver who's been struggling that week or may have fallen behind on their lease. And so that's one of the reasons why that's important. So we're going to start logging all the long trips as well. Now the great thing about LeanKit is as we put cards here, I can have it set up to where, depending on the nature of the card, right, I will either get an email or Mail may get an email about that particular card that got put on a board. Okay, so once again, if you double click on this one, you can see some manifest issues. 2 trips out of town, Stockton and Travis, both scheduled for 9:30. Okay, and then somebody put this as high. I think I put this one in here, and then save. And then as we take a look at them, you know, as Mel and I take a look at them and decide it's no big deal, we'll just move them over. You know, we'll just move them over. That is pretty much it in a nutshell. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Like I said, everybody will be able to see the board. So when you log into your computer, you open up a browser, you just have this running as well along with it. And then as things come up, you just new card, put in the information, and you're done. So if you have any questions, call me or send me an email if something's not making sense to you. Once again, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this, the templates. Don't worry about none of this other stuff. And don't worry about from template. So just actually not even going to use that at all on this screen. On this screen, left click, you'll use the new card. And don't worry about archive or backlog. And try not to click around and move anything out of its place. So, because if you move this stuff, see, it does things like that. And then you can move this, I think. Yeah, some other things. So try not to, you know, click around moving things. We don't want to get the boards all messed up. I tried to go with the simplest format. I almost took out doing, but decided to leave it here for now. Because for one, I just wasn't sure how this is going to play out, but this should help, and I think that's it.